looking at?
Stupid battle droids, get out of the way! Hello there. This is General Grievous, and you are watching Southern Comic Geek.
Roger, roger.
Hey, this is Billy West, and you, an idiot, if you're not watching Southern Comic Geek. You hear that, Stimpy? Yeah, I heard it. I'm a Northern Comic Geek.
Well, what's up, folks? That's right. It's Southern Comic Geek coming to you with an end of the year deal. You've probably seen a bunch of these all across the YouTubes as people talk about their collecting across the year, some thoughts, looking back and seeing how well or how bad they did, and then looking into the new year. Well, I could always talk to myself because there's lots of voices going on inside of my head, and often that they do talk back. But I thought it would be better for there to be a couple of other people showing their wares that they were able to get. Well, one of them knows how to tell time. The other one does not. So we do have one that's here, and I'm going to give y'all a clue as to who it might be. That's right, Mr. Over the Top himself, Mr. Collector. What's up?
Hey, what's up, Jason? Appreciate you having me on. Yeah, like you said, we got one more coming, but to me, first of all, this year went by super quick, like blink of an eye quick. So it was a good year, though. Great year. I know you said you picked up a lot of pieces, and I just really started diving in really this year more than anything else with the art. So you're going to see that tonight. So yeah, again, thanks for having me on.
Yeah. And so, I'm sure there were plenty of times that Mark was looking at a deal and he was doing this. And they didn't know what they were getting into. So if you haven't already done so, be sure to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as the bell notification. So when videos like this one go up ever so randomly, you are one of the first people to know and can make the conscious decision as to whether to watch it now or later. As long as you watch it, we appreciate you. And so since we are showing our appreciation, do want to show this for everybody. If you are in need of some stuff to protect your valuables, your comics, your coins, your newspapers, the like, whether it's Mylars or comic boxes, you can visit bcwsupplies.com and use the coupon code SCG to save yourself 10% on your order. So and normally they have some kind of free shipping over orders a certain size and all that kind of good stuff. So we are going to show that. I will go ahead while I'm thinking about it and drop the link because tomorrow night I will be on the Comic Art Fans channel doing the collector interview with Bill over there at Comic Art Fans, or Comic Art Plus, whatever it wants to call itself nowadays. So I'm going to drop the link in the chat while I'm thinking about it. I'll probably do so again later in the night. But I will say that I did kind of pull some of my art that I was wanting to show tonight, just because some of it is actually going to make an appearance over there. And for people that might be watching both shows, didn't want to bore you with too much duplicity. But when, as Mark mentioned, you buy a bunch of art or a bunch of anything, 173, I believe, is what my total is as of now. You would think there wouldn't be a lot of duplicity, right? Like you just say, here, 20 here, 20 here, you would think that. But sometimes I just get it to hoard. I don't know, but. Well, and what's funny about this, I just pulled this up, and Thiago, who is in South America, and generally he's always watching the show, and he's already commented on that in the chat on the CAF Plus thing.
Oh, he's ready.
Yeah, he said, all right. Yeah, so there you go. But anyway, so we'll let guests be first, and let you show couple things we bounce back
Yeah.
between me and you. You know, and with that, um, you know, do you feel like it was a good year for buying? I know that in the comic market side of things, you know, the art continues to
Hmm.
move up, but you know, as far as the comics go, they do seem to have at least leveled off on at least the books that I've looked at. I mean, you know, tell me if you think differently. But is it a good season to buy, or you still holding off on some big purchases over there, or on the comic side?
So since I mainly shifted to the original art now, it's I didn't focus too much at all on books. The stuff that I did find at shows, I mean, I think guys were, just ready, especially towards the end of con season or any shows. I noticed a lot of people are willing to do more deals because it's the holiday. They know it's going to be dead until what shows pick up again, what, February, March. So to them, they're like, well, let me get sell as much as I can now and kind of recoup that money back February or buy some more books. But to me, I think a lot of stuff went down. I know a lot of the books that I have um, did go down, but I think it's to the point where it's the best time to buy right now if you're looking for a certain book. And I think within the next couple of years, stuff will start going up a little more. But I think I think it's really a good time to buy because I've seen shows, even if I wasn't buying it or I was with a friend or just happened to be walking by, people were dropping prices like crazy that I've noticed. They were cutting stuff like even at like 25%, which is pretty good.
Yeah, and I didn't think about that, but you know, I wonder if like the best time to buy is like the last show of the season, right? Whenever
Mhm.
that is, if it's October, November,
Yeah.
because then those guys, those weekend warriors, you know, they're not going to another show, and so then that stuff's going to sit through all the holiday season
Yeah.
until things kick back up, and you know they're going to need some of that working capital. So yeah. Well, and you know, I've got one book to show tonight, but I know that you still pick up, you know, what are you on your 20th copy of Ultimate Fallout 4?
No, no, nothing like that. You know what's funny is though, I did reach out to someone that does have another newsstand,
Okay.
and we're talking like they don't want to sell, but they said it's not out the question, and I'd rather go for another one now while the price is somewhat sustainable, and then later on if it goes back up, which I think it will. But the newsstands I did go pretty heavy on this year. I think I'm close to 80 now in the whole miles run. So
Oh,
I got
okay.
like, yeah, so that I do have a lot of from the original run. So, and I'm still picking them up. So I'm never gonna stop picking the newsstands up.
Well, yeah, and I've got I didn't bring them to show tonight, but the books that I picked up, like random like runs that I'm
Mhm.
soft collecting. I shared this earlier. I don't know if it was just with you or on a show, but you know, the value newsstands, which there are not that many
Mhm.
of collectively for all the titles that were coming out at that time,
Yeah.
and so I've picked up some of those, but those are like those have to be like specific eBay purchases or something because it's just unless I get lucky, and I have a few times find them in those dollar bins where they got
Yeah.
chunked with all the rest of it, you know, and so it's direct and it's direct counterpart. Um, it's direct counterpart that you know it is a dollar book, but you know the newsstand it's worth more. So I did pick up some of those, but yeah, let's show what you got. Some of
Yeah.
what you got this year.
So first thing I got, and a lot of this you'll be able to see on I guess my profile on CAF. So shout out to them. Good. Um, but if anyone's aware, Magic the Gathering did something with Spider-Man. So they did like a Marvel thing, which they're going to keep doing more and more. So I managed to meet Dave Johnson, and I hit him up. I emailed him like a couple of weeks prior because that's when the set just came out, and he did Silk One, which was the cover that he did, and then he did it for a couple other cards, I think too. But this one right here, I asked him, "Hey, have you signed any, or have you done any? You done any remarks or anything on them?" And he says, "No, I haven't signed any." So I was okay. I was the first one in line to go meet him, and sure enough, he was able to sign mine, and it was cool. He put a 101 first one signed, Dave Johnson, but even nice, he Cindy Moon Silk on the back. So I don't really see a lot of people posting like stuff like this. So I mean I like, I don't know if people like that kind of stuff, but I wanted to do something a little different
Mhm.
than a remark on the book. So, and of course I had him sign my book and everything, but I thought this was cool. Um, Super nice guy too. That was the first time I actually met him, so he was able to do that. Got that signed. The only book that, and of course I picked up other books, but this is, I think, the one book I'm going to show because I literally been looking for this for like a few years. This is Catalysm, uh, Ultimates, Last Stand, and this is issue 3. And like anyone knows me, I'm a huge Miles fan, so this is his first time going to the main universe, Marvel. So, but this is a Suyan variant, very hard to find. I believe it's a 1 in 25. I believe. Picked this up. Me and Michael Presses, which he'll be on soon. We were digging through some box or some back bins, and this was just happened to laying there. Like
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen this sold on eBay or anywhere else for the last 3 years. So managed to find this. I'm going to see him at OAX in February, so I'm going to have him do a remark right here in the middle. So hopefully it comes out good. But really excited to pick that up. And the last thing I'm going to show that's not original art. Um, I reached out to Mark Wade. Again, huge Miles fan. And I was just messaging him. We were kind of talking a little bit back and forth. And I was telling him how I really enjoyed the Champions run. So he ends up sending me the second rough draft of the script from Champions 1, which was, I thought, I wasn't expecting it. I'll just say that. So now I really want to try to find a page from issue 1 from Ramos, which I got issue 3 page. So it would be great to pair this up. And I'm hoping one day to meet Ramos and have him do some head remarks right here of the characters, the main characters, and of course have Mark Wade sign it. But I'm gonna show this real quick. A couple of the little, like, he would put notes on here to Ramos of how he wanted the story to go. Like on one scene in particular,
Hey,
at the
I gotta take this call. I'll leave it with
Yeah.
you for a second.
yeah, no worries. So like on one of the pages, he put on here a boat or a ship, and he wanted to have something similar like this. What you'll see in the book, he wanted to do something like this at a dock. But like one of the cool things too that he added at the end of the book, but it didn't make the final script, is that he put on here on the whole group of the 5. They are literally surrounded by tweets, all saying things like "How can I help?" Champions hashtag. But they wanted to put real Marvel staff and their actual name handles on here, but they didn't end up doing that. I think it was kind of they didn't want people, kind of following them, or I think people were just kind of like, no, I don't want to put our handles on there. But yeah, so that was something that was really cool to get from him. It's the whole issue. I don't know how many really rough drafts they did on this, or like I said, it was really nice of him to do that. And Southern actually talked to him. I think he saw him at a show. I think after maybe a couple of weeks after I had this from him, and he brought it, and Southern brought it up to him, and he said, "Yeah, I remember. We're having a conversation and everything." Picked that up. I know Southern had to leave for a second, so I'm just gonna show. I'll start showing some of the art because I don't have anything other than the art. This is NYX number 4. As you all know, NYX 3 is the first appearance of X-23. So this isn't her on the page. I believe this is hold on. I'm trying to think of her name. Kidian, I think her name is Kidian. This is kind of like a little flashback of these guys were gonna kind of jump her and everything, and she used her powers. But this is from her second appearance from the issue, so you really don't see pages like this kind of floating around. So I saw it on CAF, and I had to grab it. Um, Mainly pencils, but like I said, it was really cool to pick this up. I guess I'll show the next one. I'm a big believer in this character coming up that I'm going to be talking about. Donny Cates, Ryan Stegman, the Venom run, I think was absolutely great. So I picked up this Venom issue 9, which is the first appearance of Dylan Brock. I don't have a page with him on it, but this is page 11. And then so managed to get that one. And I'll finish it off with this last one since they go together. Then I managed to get this page too on Heritage, which is the next page, issue 12. And I think a couple pages later is the actual first appearance of Dylan. Some Stegman goodness. And I actually picked up this one the day of actually of Dallas Fan Expo. So all these pages that I'm going to show for Venom, got to meet Cates. He signed it. So it was cool. We were talking, and there's like if you go on my Instagram later on, there's a video of me talking to him and him signing the pages, and he was actually saying that Stegman told him that he was going to originally give him a page because I guess his handler at the time literally bought all the pages, bought everything for every issue, like, and then I guess he started selling them later on because there's some pages floating around, obviously like this one, but he never gave Cates one, or Cates was never given an opportunity. So he said that he was going to start. He was supposed to draw him like a Venom page, or something similar to what he worked on. They worked on together, but he never ever did it for him. So he's still waiting on that. So that was a nice little fact.
Well, he might keep on waiting on that they don't work together.
Yeah.
I mean, because when's the last time Cates wrote anything?
What the last time was?
The Hulk?
Yeah. Is it Hulk? No, there was another series after Hulk, I thought.
But they did that. They were doing that Vanish series.
Vanish, there you go.
But then I don't even think that one finished. I think it vanished. So
yeah, if you go on what's the one that Stegman does? He's his rep. It's
he's with Felix.
Felix, there you go. Yeah, Felix. They still have a few actually quite a few pages from that run still. Yeah. On there. So I mean, if anyone's ever looking for Stegman piece, which they're nice, but I never got into the book, so I never really had a desire to pick anything like that up. But yeah, and like I said, once we get in the next round for me, I got some more stuff to show. But yeah, that's everything that I got so far.
What's up, Brian LCS in the house, and of course Warlord is here earlier. Says that Venom page was fire.
Thank you.
But yeah, so that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know if Cates maybe he's got some stuff in the works. So hopefully he's got his life back on track, because we were there at Fan Expo and I didn't get my stuff signed by him because I had left, and you kept hovering around there like a vulture.
I'm telling you, that was my main goal, was to meet him. And I kept getting nervous because I heard all the horror stories of him at shows in the past, and him not either showing up or him being hours late. The first day he was, I think, about an hour and a half late. So I'm waiting there. I'm like literally one of the first ones, and I'm waiting, and then finally they said, "Oh, he's not going to be here till later." And I was like, Okay, and then I get a message as soon as I left. I went to a panel. They said, "Hey, he's gonna be coming." I said, "All right," and then we waited another 30 minutes. And he finally showed up. He was a super nice guy though. Um, but yeah, he seemed nice. But I know stuff happened in the past. But yeah, hopefully everything works out for him at the end, and he's able to do what he does.
Yep, for sure. Well, I do have one book, but I didn't pull this up. So let me finish this before we bebop back over to you. So this is kind of one of the sleeper pickups that I got. This is Exo Manowar issue 24, and Diego Bernard did the art on this, and it is the first page of issue 24, but is also the second print cover.
Oh, nice.
So this is like the first splash in the book, obviously, with it being number one, but has him facing off against Amalgam, which is the guy he's fighting. That's going to be, is that the second? Yeah. Second cover appearance.
Mm-hmm. That's
yeah,
cool.
because I got 23. I own the cover to 23 too. But yeah, so and this was kind of a random purchase because I was looking at another page that another collector had, and I said, "Hey, you want to part with that?" He goes, "Yeah." So we agreed on the price. He goes, "Anything else you want?" And so I said, "Well, what about this?" And so I wasn't looking to purchase it, but it was kind of worked out together to be.
That's cool.
Being the deal. Now, I did say that I was trying to not have duplicity from tonight and tomorrow night's show. The key word being trying. This was one that I couldn't pass up. This was a big one for me. And this was Namor 23. If you remember back in the 90s when Namor was the corporate raider baron, he had this, he was corporate Namor. He had this big company and he was at one of these eco geekos and all that kind of stuff. And he was kind of fighting his land in the court, in the business halls. Well, John Byrne, who was doing that series, and he was writing it and drawing it. And, so he was doing that series, and John Byrne had kind of rose to fame with this character called Iron Fist back in the Marvel premiere days. And so that's kind of where he kind of got, noticed, and then would end up later being put on to a book called the X-Men or Uncanny X-Men. I don't know if anybody ever heard of that. But anyway, and then and with the Dark Phoenix and all this other kind of stuff, it would become a big deal, right? Yeah. And so it made sense that when Iron Fist, who had disappeared, presumably died at the end of Power Man and Iron Fist, the last issue, supposedly he was killed. So for him to be brought back, it made sense to bring him back by the guy who had gotten popular by writing him or drawing him. So come to find out that it was a Skrull and there was this whole deal involved with it that they kind of retconned to bring him back. So they find him. I actually got another page from this same issue where Namor finds him and he's in this like jello bowl or whatever where the plant life is sucking him dry, and so leading into this splash here, pun intended, as you can see all the water going everywhere. Bob Wiacek, who's probably most famously known or is known for a lot of famous covers, not the least of which he inked Todd McFarlane's Hulk 340 cover. Bloodshot 1, he inked that cover. There's a lot of stuff that he'd done over the years. Unfortunately, now he's blind, but he definitely earned his keep on inking this. So this is the entrance and you can see Misty Knight, who I think she just turned 50 in comics, like 50 years ago that she was introduced, which is Danny's girlfriend, traditionally. And so he's busting out to rescue the day. So this is, he's got the whole Iron Fist thing. And so this is, of course, the colors of him busting out. And then you can see where it's hung on the wall.
Yeah, that's how you framed it? That's your frame and everything you did there?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good – I like the green. It goes well with it. Really good.
So I got the green based on like the shades of green that you see like right here in his costume. And then you can't really tell it maybe from your angle, but there's like this slim yellow. It's a double border. Yeah, and it's based on, of course, his costume right there. And so when I mat them, I tried to mat with a similar color palette. Yeah. But anyway, so it kind of worked out for this one. But I normally like to have the printed page with the deal itself. So
it makes it look a lot better together. Oh, that looks nice.
But yeah, so that was one of the big pickups. It's and the leading to the bigger pickup. And so I tried to buy this piece last year on Comic Art Live. And the guy and me could not come to an agreement on price. And the same guy was collecting pages. I think he still owns the cover for this issue. And so the same guy had several pieces. He was kind of, I think, testing the waters on this one. Actually, the other one I mentioned I bought this year too. That was his also. So he had sold that one, and then he sold this one, and he got a lot less than what I offered him, and certainly a lot less than what he wanted. So sometimes Heinz 57 isn't the only thing that you can. The best things come to those who wait. So
yeah, that's awesome though, man. But nice.
See, Warlord says I have to find it in one of my boxes, but I have a Spider-Man 2099 cover art page. Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, for sure. And so yeah, what in the world did I just do there? Oh, I know what I did. But yeah, so that was and I'll go with this one right here for the third one. Then we'll kick back over to you. So Dave Dorman, to me on the art side of the world, kind of defined Dark Horse and Star Wars in particular. I've got a print over on my wall that my grandmother bought me from QVC back in the day. And it was just a print done by him, but he had autographed and signed it. Ironically enough, my mother's maiden name is Dorman, but to my knowledge, we're not any kin. But he did all those covers for Dark Horse Star Wars back in the day when they were really trying to get the expanded universe expanded. Well, they had all these, Lucas came out with all these additional games related to this. And there is a book, and I've got it, that kind of the novel adaptation of the game itself. Mm-hmm. And that's where this comes from. So the book is illustrated by Dave, but it's a telling of what went on in the video game. And so it's not every scene. It's not like a comic in the sense that every scene is illustrated throughout the game.
Yeah.
In the book, it's not that way, but it's like key moments throughout the thing are illustrated. I'll show you because I've actually got it on here. But you can see right here, that I took a picture of it from the inside of the book. So then you see all the writing all over here, and it does that throughout the book. So it's not 100% like a comic.
Yeah.
but that's where this came from. So this is it hanging on the
That's
wall.
cool.
Since it was colored, I didn't see no real need to put the printed version of it on there. This is the game it came from, though, was Jedi Knight Dark Forces. And if you think about, like, if you remember Wolfenstein or some of those first-player shooter games
Yeah.
that you would have to go through, it was played a lot like that. But this actually is the cutscene. There was a video cutscene in the video game of when this happened. So you see this one, Jarrett comes out of the deal. See how he comes out of the deal looking. Yeah, so it wasn't quite as noble as what Dave Dorman portrayed it in the book, but that's what there was it was such a pivotal point in the story that it not only had its own video cutscene in the video game, but it also had its own deal.
That's
Now,
cool.
I don't know. I guess I was so excited when I saw this come up on Heritage, and whoever had it, I like to think Dave did not have it because I showed it to him when I was at Heroes because I was bidding on it at the time, and he did not have it. But I'd like to think that a lot of them were the same collector because they kept coming out one auction after another, and but this was certainly the better of them.
That's
this
cool.
was the big.
Man, congrats! That's nice. Man. And how long ago did you get this one?
This year. Let's see. I posted it back in August. Yeah.
August. Okay. Man, that's cool.
Yeah, I hate that it's got this indentation across it. You can kind of see it, or maybe see it right through here.
Oh yeah.
Because it's a art board. It's not like a poster board. So, and that's them in the Valley of the Jedi. All right, and there's my 3. So we will go back over to Mr.
So next page, going still with Venom. This is issue 10.
And if you had all these on your calf, I mean, I could have pulled them up. But
I wasn't even thinking about it. My bad. Yeah, I should have did that. Venom 10. So this is second appearance of Dylan Brock, him and Eddie talking. So of course, like I said, I'm a big Dylan fan. I think he has great potential. Picked up this one, so this is my earliest page with him, which is of course the second appearance. Stegman, Kate's goodness, of course. I'll probably. All right, so yeah, I can show these. Actually, I'm going to show one more, and then I'm going to do the best ones last, or at least my favorite ones. So speaking of OAX, who was it? Southern actually helped me with this one. Yeah. This is first Starling. This is Miles Morales Spider-Man. So by Garion. I don't know if I'm saying his last name right. So this is this is the page where she's talking to Miles and she actually tells who she is. So kind of like a little origin. Her actual name, Starling, and then she's actually the granddaughter of Vulture. Timaeus. So I managed to get this one. This was actually too the way I found it, or like I said, Southern. He was at OAX and he sends me a video. Every time he's at a show, he sends me a video of something that he knows I'm gonna want, and I had to get it. So it was in a what was the name of that collection? It was
Collections in Black.
There you go. So this was on there, and I managed to find this page on CAF. Reached out to the guy. His name is George. Super nice guy. And I just kind of asked him like, "Hey, are you willing to get rid of it?" And sure enough, he threw a price, which I was cool with. Didn't want to even counter or ask if he would take something a little less. I jumped on it. She's a big part of Miles' life. They dated, of course, and so I think this is if you're a Miles fan, you definitely know who this character is. So picked up that one.
Well, I mean, if she's revealing herself right there, so I mean, it's like the page she does it on, and it's kind of got the extra notoriety that the fact that it was actually in, a traveling exhibit. For those that makes any difference to.
So I did the video that you sent me, and then someone else did a video on their YouTube. I clipped it and I saved it on my just for for me, just to show like it was a cool moment. I'm gonna show. Actually, like I said, I'm gonna show these last ones last because they're my favorite ones that I picked up. So if you wanna go next.
All right. Let's see here. We got. All right. So speaking of OAX, I technically got this at Comic Art Live at the end of last year, but knowing that Mannix was going to be at OAX, I just said, hey, I told his rep, Jiggy, could he hold it and just bring it there and I can pick it up there. And so this is the famous Thanos copter, which was in the Spidey, super stories, back in the day. Makes no sense. You read it now and like, why does Thanos have to have a helicopter? But anyway, it was funny. And then of course Loki, there was a crashed Thanos copter in that show. But yeah, so this is Mannix. He does it on this, different kind of board, and it's just their views matter not to me. Like, so, it's like Thanos is just pimping in the Thanos copter. He don't really care about nothing. It's this one's a smaller piece. I have some bigger Mannix pieces that were recreations. Well, I've got a recreation of the Jim Lee. If you remember the Jim Lee cards from back in the day. Where he did the whole set, the blue and gold team of X-Men. I've got the ones that Mannix did for that. I've got a pair. But yeah, so this is one that he picked up. But talking about OAX, hopefully I'm going to be going to OAX. We'll see how things fall there. But if you're watching this on the rewind and you're not familiar with OAX, it's a place where you can see all kinds of cool original art. You can go up and see the creators. You can get your comic signed there at the creators tables, and you're not waiting in long, by and large, you're not waiting in long lines to get them to do it. As you can see with this video that's playing right here, the aisles are wide. It's just a very chillax show. Got a nice art auction. The exhibit, the collections in black, the Julie Bell and the card exhibits. If you think about the Jesco cards from Marvel back in the day, there was a bunch of those that were there. And seeing some of that stuff, in person is, a lot better than seeing it just through a digital snapshot. So if you're not familiar with it, there's the link dropped in the chat. They've got a all-star lineup. This year, too. I mentioned Mannix. Mannix is back again this year. Arthur Adams, Julie Bell. I mean, some of these people like Art Adams, he's at a bunch of shows. Okay. So not to minimize, Art Adams, but he's at a bunch of shows. Whereas like, how often you see Jay Ancoletto or Julie Bell? Some of these other ones here, there was a big one. Some of these are Alan Davis.
Yeah.
This is one that somebody on here is looking forward to.
I know names.
No names. David Finch is going to be back. E.M. Gist, great painter. He's going to be there. and also Adi Granov. Like, when are you seeing Adi Granov at a
Huge.
con? And so some great stuff. I got a piece from Brian Haberlin this year. That's the 3D Hulk,
Mhm.
transforming Hulk. That was pretty cool. Dan Jurgens, Adam Kubert. There's another favorite.
Mike McCone.
And so so it's going to be a fun time for all. Sod Rivic's going to be
Ribic.
back. Okay, I didn't realize that Paulo was going to be back. He's going to be down there. His art rep, I'm sure, will be down there too. John Romero Jr. is going to be there. Alex Saviak. A lot of people collect newspaper strips from the Spider-Man dailies that he used to do with your birthday. Like, if it was published your birthday, then a lot of people collect it for that reason. I have mine fell, my 40th birthday fell on a Sunday, and so I have a Spider-Man Sunday, which is 2-tiered. The cartoons were bigger, and it's got Iron Fist in it. Calling back to the earlier thing. But Bart Sears is going to be there. Miko Suayan, Jonathan Wayshak, which has been doing some great stuff with Bad Idea, and just going to be a lot of good stuff. Yeah, Christy Zulo. I guess she's Uminga now, and I think Chris is her husband, ain't he?
Yeah.
I think that's her husband because she was Zulo and now she's Uminga. So, but she's real nice too. But yeah, so that's going to be a fun time for all of those that are going to be in attendance. So there you go. And you can send your wife or kids over there to Universal, which is like within walking distance, driving distance to, a bunch of other stuff too, like Disneyland, not the least of which. And so there you go. All right, let's get back on some art here. Talking about OAX, one of my OAX pickups last year is this Rye versus Mother God. So this is like retelling from the scene that's pictured in Rye issue 7, and where he is ultimately killed. Spoiler alert. But this is a Hulk 340 homage and used with the reflection in his blade. Now, the fun part about this, Bob Layton done it, Valiant alum. But not only did he do it, but this piece got lost. So wow. Me and Stingray or Newell, part of the Valiant TLDR, had both got commissions from Bob, and we walked up, and Bob's like, "I done sent you your commission." We're like, "No." And so I had been over to Bob, and he had told me the story about he's done mailed it. Okay, I think I might know where it can be. I'll find out. Don't worry about it, yada, yada. Well, when I walked back around to check on it, Newell was there. And I said, "Oh, sounds like yours went to the same place mine did." Come to find out, Bob calls me up at the show, and he says, "Hey, I found your piece, and so happens the guy's here, and he's going to just meet me over at the booth. He's going to bring it over here. Y'all meet over here." And so he had mine and Newell's piece, so it got found. But yeah, and he's like a machine on these commissions. Bob Layton is like he'll just spit them out like it's nobody's business. I mean, I told him what I wanted, and like the next day he goes, "Does this look good?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, yeah, it's done." So it's like,
that's so cool.
All right. And now we've got somebody else in the mix. What's going on?
Hey guys, sorry about that. Just the holidays got me running around everywhere.
Oh man, what's up, Michael?
Well, hey, so me and Collector done showed. I've showed a couple. I didn't show the 6-piece, but if you're ready, I can go ahead and put you up, or you want us to come back to you?
No, I'm ready. I can do some stuff. All right, so let me see. some of the stuff that I've gotten was through. I'll do what I'll do is local comic shops. What I got the past couple weeks, like the 1 in 50 Absolute Batman.
Go.
Sienkiewicz?
No, that's
Jock, yeah.
Oh, Jock. Okay, yeah.
and I went ahead and picked up the Absolute Wonder Woman. That's the Eon that everybody's been talking about lately.
Nice.
So is that are y'all reading the Absolute titles?
No, I ain't got time to read them. But to tell you, this cover was gone. This was all the stores, all the local shops. There's about 7 of them near me. All of them sold out of this one. And there's another one too that I'll show you later. Not pick this one up too. This is Spider Girl #4, the Timeless Alex Ross.
Mm-hmm.
Dagger.
Yep.
This is another one that sold out at a lot of stores too. The Adam Hughes Black Cat.
There you go.
And I went ahead and picked this one up for obvious reasons.
I can think of at least 2 of these.
Well, why are you thinking that way? I met her before. I met her at a con a couple of years ago, and I'm waiting for her to come back. And I went ahead and damn, my camera. Ordained #1. This is the chromium cover from Bad Idea. It's already been optioned for a movie. They already got Colin Farrell.
Yep.
Back to it. So this is the chromium cover. And that's all I'll show for right now. Oh, I got 2 more. Sorry.
So, go ahead.
Got this one, the blind bag. And this one was a surprise because I didn't know this was out there. It says caution, contents may be hot. Holiday special, sweet paprika, the Merc Landolfo.
Yeah.
So it's a blind bag. All
So,
right.
you know, on the Ordained, I got the New York Comic Con exclusive on that. That's got enamel on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's the blood is like that on the cover, and so they were telling me that there was supposed to be Hush Hush who was going to play that character, and I think it was Alex Maleev did one of the variants, and he knew about who was going to play that character, and he drew the character to look like him.
Oh.
So it's kind of like the spoiler was that, you know, it was kind of the cat was out of the bag at that point, you know, because the artist drew it to look so much like the person that wasn't to be announced yet. So, but yeah, it was a cool first issue anyway. See how the rest of it goes.
Go.
All right, let's go back over to.
So I'll break this last lot up into 2. Still sticking with the Venom. This is issue 12. You know, I lost that hat, right? Lost that hat. I know. Venom 12. So this one isn't Stegman. This is Joshua Cassara. But this is the third. There's 3 pages of the origin of Dylan Brock. You'll have his dad, Carl, and then you see Anne running right here. So I went again when I was talking to Cates about this, which he signed on the bottom. He liked the way Sarah drew it, and I'll get to the next page to kind of show you a little more. But this is obviously a flashback, but he liked doing it to where it looked like a kind of like a nightmare. The way he kind of drew it to where it looks like it's, if you were looking at a movie, it's kind of like framed a different kind of way. So this is the second page of it. And these are the first 3 pages of the book, issue 12, which is again the origin of Dylan. Which there you go, first appearance of Dylan as a baby, and then he had this on the back of it when I got it from him, a little prelim thing in the back. That's the only one that I've seen them have it with any of the other pages, and the last one is the first page of issue 12, but this is also the second print, which is the first cover of Dylan right there as a baby. So as you can see, like if you're looking at it, like I said, I should have did what you said about the calf so you can see a little better, but it's kind of like it's tilted a little bit, kind of like a horror kind of theme. So I was really excited to get this, which again, another video from OAX of, I think this one was last year though, but I picked up the art this year. Someone was recording, they were talking to him, they were going through his book, and sure enough came across this, which, I mean, I already know what this is because I have the second print, but I was surprised that he had it for this long still. So I hit him up. He still said he had it, and someone in the video too even commented on the bottom and said, or commented on saying like, hey, that's the first Dylan. So I managed to grab it because I think someone else reached out to him. He told me about it, but they weren't for sure yet if they were going to grab it. And I think I got a really good deal on it. He made a deal with me on the first and the third page. The second one, though, I just happened to find it to someone else that had it. So now I have the whole first 3 pages, which is the cover, second print, and the origin of Dylan. So to have all 3, I was really glad I picked that up. That's so.
So some of the, are they all signed by Josh or did?
Yeah, every one of them is signed. Which he'll be at OAX,
right?
So I plan on taking a picture with him with it, and possibly picking up some other stuff from him. But yeah, these were already signed by him. So I want to get them all once I get the picture and everything. Because I have a picture with Kate's. I want to put a picture, kind of like what you do with the scene that goes with it, the actual page. Have it kind of like what you did underneath. But I want to do a border since it was like black and like real dark in this beginning of this issue. Kind of have like black and have a little. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I want to see if they can custom it to look like it's lightning, because that's how the whole thing is. It's all in the rain, lightning. So I've seen people do custom stuff like that, and I know it's going to be a little pricey on the frame, but I mean, I think it's going to look nice at the end if I can make it look the way I want it to. But yeah, like I said, I was really, really excited to get that, and hopefully I can get a couple more things from him next year.
Yeah, you already got your sights on it.
Yeah,
pages that he's got, or
yeah, he has a couple other things that I'm going to reach out to him in January, and which is not too long from now, and see if he can bring it if it's still available, and try to get some more pages from that issue, if possible. But yeah, that's my second and last one. Then I have one more little set after that.
All right. Let's move this puppy back up. So this is a page from Justice League of America Annual #1. There are a lot of heroes on this particular page, but it's not necessarily a big fight page. Like most people would call it like a talking head page. So it's not. But the point being was like this was one of the first comics I ever owned, and so this page came up on a Dueling Dealers one night, and I hesitated like 10 seconds, right? Because I'm like, oh, that's the one I want, but I want that page. I kind of got to doubting whether or not did I want to pull the trigger on that page or try to wait for another one, because there's several on CAF from this issue, but all of them are from people that haven't been on CAF for several years now, so they're probably moved on. But so I kind of just hesitated. Well, lo and behold, similar to the way the Iron Fist page came up, this one comes up on Comic Link. And so I paid not quite multiple thousands dollars less like I did the other one, but this one was several $100s less than what I would have paid with Anthony. So I know the seller who, for whatever reason, flipped it not too long later, which sometimes you'll have people buy it, not necessarily with the mind to flip it, but things come up, need to move the stuff to because you got a page you want better. And, Comic Link and Heritage will let you essentially pay for your stuff that way. So people will send their stuff in like that. So that that's how that stuff like that ends up being there sometimes. All right. So this is the Marvel Cards Series 2 prelims done by Art Adams. This is I took this straight from Heritage's website because whatever they used to scan this in did better than what my scanner kept reflecting it. And so, but what the person done, they had got all the cards and put them around where they were drawn out on the page. So there's actually 8, not 9. And so then they have this little marquee over here. So whoever had this had a bunch of these done this way, because I bought this, but Heritage would not bring it to OAX last year, and lo and behold, at the card show, which was part of the exhibit there at Heritage last year, another one of these was there, and I'm like, that one just sold. I wonder how they got theirs this quick. But anyway, and then Wolverine Comic Shop on IG just showed where he had got some of these. And I said, "Oh, you got this on Heritage this year, didn't you?" He said, "Yeah," and I showed him the one that I got. But yeah, so it was real nice. And a couple of most of these, if you look closely at the prelims, they're really the same everything as what the only differences were these two. The new Fantastic Four card became a vertical card as opposed to horizontal, which is how he drew it here. And then the Fantastic Four card, same way. They decided for whatever reason to make it a vertical card, and he drew it out horizontal on here. But all the rest of them were in the same pose. So
cool.
I recently got this one redone and done it that way.
Yeah, I like the way you did yours.
Well, I wasn't sure on which color to go with here, but all my art has the same black frame.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure if that other was museum glass. And so I put museum glass on all mine just to make sure that they don't get faded over time. So
yeah.
So there's that. And one more, and we'll turn it over to Michael. But this is a page from Silver Surfer 73. So, quintessential Silver Surfer for me is the 90s Surfer of Ron Lim. And so this is a page where they had resurrected Airwalker, and because they're getting all the heralds to come together to fight Morg. And so when they turn him on, because he's an android, they turn him on, he goes crazy and starts trying to kill him. So it's got 4 of the heralds, Frankie, the Nova, Frankie Ray, Fire Lord, Silver Surfer on the board, which is another thing Surfer collectors typically go for, but and Airwalker. So picked that up on Heritage really early in the year, and got Ron Mars and Ron Lim to sign it at Heroes and at Baltimore. All Ron Mars. Got them because the word bubbles are still on here. So I was looking for a good example because I don't really want to go down the rabbit hole of Ron Lim Silver Surfer because I got enough rabbit holes as it is. But I was looking for a good example that had a bunch of them on there. So landed this one at Heritage. But all right, let's move back over to Mr. Presses.
All right, for slabs that I got on auctions, I got Doctor Strange number 60. This is the first part of the where they fight Dracula, but I think it also begins the Darkhold. So I got this at a good price, couldn't pass it up. This one, Bill Sienkiewicz's cover, but it's the Pence.
Oh, okay.
No, Canadian price variant. Sorry, Canadian price variant. I got it all mixed up. Yeah, they didn't do Pence back on this one, I don't think.
Did you get that off a YouTube auction or
no?
eBay or oh.
Yeah, this one's another Canadian price variant. Roman Curtis been talking a lot about them. When I find them dirt cheap or relatively what I'm thinking it is a good price for them, I pick them up. Plus, this looks like it could benefit from a clean and press. And I think this is the first Demon Bear. So that was another reason why I got it. And this one is ASM 258 Bombastic Spider-Man. But it's also the one that was also in the 90s cartoon. That scene right there. This is where they first find out that the suit is live by Reed Richards. And then I got Uncanny X-Men 125. It's early direct and an 8.0.
Nice.
And then last on the slabs is been trying to get the first and second part. Was able to get one and not the other. But very iconic Iron Man versus Doctor Doom, Doom Quest in the newsstand, which by this year, I think, was it 81 LCSs were already edging out the newsstands, but not by much. And I got one more round. That's it for the slabs so far. I mean, that's what I could bring right now. Otherwise, watch my channel.
So so you better get out ahead of the Canadian price variant, because remember when Mark Jewelers weren't a thing, and then everybody started talking about them, and everybody wanting to run.
I mean, they have a lot, but you know how we are. And you know how not just the group of the community, first part Darkhold, one's the Bill Sienkiewicz's cover, and also like I said on that New Mutants, it's I believe it's the first Demon Bear.
Yeah.
There you go.
And that wasn't my only one. I have a couple more stashed away. I already put them up because I got them different years. So this is the ones I got so far towards the end of the year.
You just posted a video a couple of weeks ago?
Yes. And I'm trying to work on a second one. I don't think I'm going to get to it in time before I leave.
You should type in your channel on the whoever catches on the rewind, they can check your stuff out.
All right. I'll do that while y'all are talking.
All right. And I'm not sure if you're a mod or not, but if you show it on there, I'll push it through. So, all right, let's go over here to Mr. Collecto.
Alrighty. So, my favorite pickup of the year for me personally are going to be 2 pages. David Messina. So, of course, going back to the whole Miles thing, I was if you know anything about Miles, his Ultimate Fallout 4 is his first appearance, and then you have Ultimate Comics on New Spider-Man, so forth and so forth, his second appearance. So to me though, issue 5 I think is right there with Ultimate Fallout 4 as in key important issues. Reason why I say that is because he is Jessica Drew actually gives him his suit from Nick Fury when he officially becomes Spider-Man, and then of course his official suit. So that's when he actually becomes Spider-Man. So even in issues 1 through 4, he's just trying to help out since Peter's gone. So I managed to pick up not 1 but 2 pages from David Messina personally in Dallas. Unfortunately, they don't have Miles on them, but I mean, I'm one that any page I can grab from any book that I want or I really enjoy, I'm happy with it. So of course, I would love to get a page with Miles. I've only known 2 people to have 2 pages at all from this issue, and they both had Miles on it. And they and I think I talked to you about that Southern, what they were asking for. I'm not gonna say, but it was a lot. It was a
That's
lot.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot. Way more than what I paid for these 2 from David Messina himself, which I understand Miles is on them. But he was super nice. He worked with me. He let me do like a time payment thing on these. I was surprised he had these. He's had these obviously since they came out in 2011. So I mean, for him to hold on to these for that long, I was surprised. Funny enough, at that time, he was telling me that him and Sarah Pacelli, which is one of the co-creators of Miles, they were dating at the time, so they were living together. And they were when he was coming up with this, because this is the only issue he worked on for Miles, and then Sarah Pacelli, so on and so forth. She did the last page of when he actually had the suit on. So that's the one thing that she did draw, but he did tell me that she did kind of help out with, kind of talking to him. They were kind of going back and forth about layouts, and he drew it and inked it. But I thought that was a cool little fun fact he told me. I didn't obviously know they were dating or anything, but so she still had a hand in kind of, where the story was going, or not the story, but how the art and everything. So they worked together at that time since they were dating, living with each other at the time. So I would obviously love to get a piece from Sarah Pacelli. The last page, like I said, is the one that he has a suit on, but of course someone has that already. But yeah, so that's my top pick of the year for me.
Well, did you did that page already? Is that one over that I sent you that she done
Which one?
on Heritage?
No, yeah, that's I gotta. When did you send me that? I don't remember. I gotta look at it. Was it from that issue or from?
No, it was. I think hers was just an illustration.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. But it wasn't from that run. I think it was just the with him and Peter. Was that the one?
No, there's one I sent you had Mark Bagley done that cover for the Spider-Man.
Yeah, the Spider-Man. Yeah, I think it was like issue 5 or something. I gotta look at the Sarah Pacelli one, which again, what we were talking about a little earlier. She hasn't been in the States in I don't know how long. She'll be in Orlando in, when is it? February too?
March. Yeah.
March, yeah. So I don't know if I'm gonna bite the bullet, and I told myself I want to go see her, obviously, but with OAX, like literally a couple of weeks prior, that would literally be the only reason why I would go back again or to Orlando, was literally just to meet her. But I don't know yet. Hopefully she comes back again sometime this year, somewhere closer, or at least gives me time to save up some money, because she's pricey too. The what?
Diego, what's going on? Hey, and I noticed you've already commented on the show tomorrow night, where I'll be talking about 20 pieces with Bill over on Comic Art Fans. So you weren't late for that, but like you said, you can catch the rewind. Thanks as always for showing up. So talking about Miles, here you heard it here first, folks. Like, here's what collectors fix to go hard in the paint for. Jim Lee, Miles Morales.
I never thought I would see the day.
What?
When you sent me that, I was like, oh, who drew that? And then I see the name. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, that's got to be an error. That's got to be a typo. I've never in my life would combine those two together, but I don't know how rare that is. Like, how many he's done of, and that's a very detailed page right there. That's not just like that's very detailed.
Yeah. Well, this is done in 2021, so I wonder if it's just a commission that he done.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. Why does it say 2021?
But then, because in 2020, I know he was doing some like commissions for like raising money for comic shops and stuff. So it's 9x12. It's not 11x17. So I wonder if this is one that he did for the comic shop, some comic shop somewhere that somebody bought. Now they want to flip, but he does go with image. So
that's a great page. I mean, I'm afraid to even. By the time I throw a bid in, it's already going to be outbidded.
Right. But see, just do it early. That way you can say, I bid on it.
Well, that's what I did for the 9.9. I was going to follow up for. I said, hey, I threw a bid in. I was in there somewhere. Keep scrolling up. You'll see my bid. Keep scrolling. You'll see my bid somewhere up there.
Yeah. They said, oh, you were the underbidder? No, like way under.
I had enough money to sign in. That was about it. To sign in, that was about it. Put my name on the ballot.
All right. So last batch for me. I got this cover here for Harbinger 5. This is Miko Suai. And
nice.
And he always does incredible work, and he's fast.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. Met him a bunch of times. I think he moved to Texas.
You said Fort Worth, Dallas area.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But I picked that up from a guy. I saw it on eBay, and I've bought stuff from this guy a bunch of different times. So I just called him up on his cell phone. It's like, hey, you want to work a deal? And he worked a deal. And
from Big Time Collectibles?
No,
not that guy.
No, it's Peter is a big Valiant collector. Used to own a comic shop in Illinois or Indiana, but he goes by Val Man on eBay. But it's Peter Wastniak. It's a funny last name.
Okay.
And here we go. We got Thundercats. Ho! All right. So we got Thundercats. This is the first Mumra transformation. So, Thundercats is being done by Dynamite. And by all accounts is doing pretty well, especially to be this deep into the series, because they said that Warner Brothers didn't expect it to go past like 12 or whatever. And so this is the transformation, if you remember the cartoon back in the day. But yeah, this transforms. And then you this one of his little mutants down here is going, oh crap. But
what year is that from?
This year? Last year? Yeah. So this is from the Dynamite run.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you see the 3 pages that were on eBay? Thundercats? I think I told you about it, right, Michael? It was from issue 1. They had 3 pages on there that sold a couple weeks ago.
From the Dynamite or the Marvel run?
The Marvel.
Okay, yeah, that was one that came up, and it was a Comic Art Live or Heritage, and it had Lion-O doing the whole thunder ho, and then had the whole symbol on it, and I was like, man, that'd be a good one, but I just didn't want to spring for it, So I don't know if y'all read Batman Offworld. It was a mini series that Doug Mankey No, Thiago, Marvel did. Was that the Star imprint, Michael? Or was that?
Yes, it was Star.
So Marvel had an imprint for what they more kid stuff for, but for Star Comics, and Thundercats originally appeared there. It's since appeared in a bunch of other different places over the years, but currently it's run by Dynamite. Dynamite has the license for it. So Batman Offworld was Jason Aaron wrote it, Doug Mankey who drew it, and so the inker Jamie Mendoza had posted up that he was selling some pages, and I got this page and another one. So this page is page 12 of issue 1, and I also have the last page of issue 1. But this is the first page that this character right here appears on. She's a what's Starfire? Y'all familiar with Teen Titans?
Nigerian.
Yeah, there you go. That's what she is. And so she comes out from the back, the shadows, and then she's got a half-page splash, and that's her first appearance in the issue or period. And I was able to pick that up, and like I said, the last page. Jamie signed it before he sent it to me, and then I got Doug to sign it at Planet Comic Con this year too. And Doug asked me, said, "How much did you pay for this?" And I was like, he said, and if you've seen Doug, like you look at his Instagram and stuff, I mean, the dude's got guns, And I'm like, he goes, "Well, no, go ahead and tell me. I want to know." So I told him. He goes, Jamie must have needed some money.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Because the pages that Doug was selling were great, but they were way more expensive than what I paid for, like I said, the last page of issue 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then this page right here. And so he was, I think he was happy with Jamie depressing the prices of his book. it's what happens sometimes.
Well, I wanted to answer Thiago real quick. So Star Comics was in 1985. Then, like you said, before Dynamite, Wildstorm also printed Thundercats. And that was from 2002. And Marvel UK did a run, but I don't think we ever saw those. But yeah, Wildstorm was another company that did it.
Yeah, because there was like Art Adams did a cover, Jim Lee did a cover. There was some nice covers in that run, but I never read it. So yeah, Jamie's in trouble. Yeah, Doug might like quit selling your stuff's too cheap. But yeah, because this is the
that dude.
This was kind of an honorable mention. Kind of an honorable mention here. The second appearance of the Batman Who Laughs. But
that's
right
cool.
There. Pick that up this year. But this is the last page. So Batman's getting his tail whooped, or showing where he got his tail whooped. So this BattleBot right here, he's working with. Now I know I have a big picture. Why is it? Look at that. And that one, the other one was the same one. I hate when it does that. But and so he's training with the BattleBot to. He's like, okay, yeah, I'm coming back. To be continued. So there was that. All right, let's hide that and let's move back over to Mr. Preston.
All right. For the last batch, these are the last of local comic shops from Black Friday sale, Christmas sale, and one of the auctions we're talking to get to. So I got the first cover of Todd McFarlane that he did with Interior, Coyote number 13. This is the 1 in 100 Alex Ross. I think this, obviously should be Black Cat, but Mary Jane and Black Cat #1. This one go back in. And I was always looking for this one. I got the trade cover. This is the Virgin variant, Derek Chew. I always liked it, so I went ahead and got it. Hoping to see him again. And this is another book, John Romita Jr., but it's a 2-part. This is the second part, and I've always been after the first and second. I read it as Marvel Tales. Couldn't afford the original, so I did read it a long time ago in Marvel Tales, and always wanted those issues, but could never find it, or they were always ratty copies. So luckily, I got a chance to pick it up, and I jumped on it. Daredevil. This is the second Frank Miller on the title. It's also early direct. Now, this, like I was saying, the auctions, I got this from Roman Curtis. It is a newsstand.
Nice.
And he threw in the 1 in 100 Frank Cho. And it's pretty clean. And then on top of that, doesn't have the Cho signature like he always puts.
Yeah.
You know, I think this will be one that I would get signed and show him. And Roman Curtis threw this in.
Spider Boy.
I picked this one up, Hulk 110. But I thought I saw something with this, so I didn't bother to open it. Thought it was a star stamp. It could be, but it just doesn't have the Mark Jewelers in it. And always on the hunt for Mark Jewelers. This is Unknown Soldier number 249, Joe Kubert. It is a Mark Jewelers, a black one. So DC. This is another one, House of Secrets, number 134. Got the star stamp. Has the Mark Jewelers cardstock, but the part that's the Mark Jewelers send away is cut out.
Oh no.
Yeah, but I mean, it's got a star stamp though. It's got the star stamp. Everything else is in there, but it's missing. This is another Mark Jewelers cardstock. First appearance of Copperhead. This is where Black Widow and Daredevil break up. So this is the last time that she's on the cover like that. And I think that is a star. No, it's not star stamp.
I wonder if he saw that coming.
Go ahead.
No, I said I wonder if he saw that coming.
Wonder if he even knew she left. Yeah. He's still looking for. He's still talking to her to this day.
Yeah.
Why are you so quiet? Detective Comics, number 448, star stamp.
Oh yeah.
You don't see that too often, DC.
You got all these at the shop?
No, local stores.
Hey.
Actually, I think it's star stamped twice because there is something right here, and I don't know what that is. So I don't know what that is right there. That's obviously a star stamp, and it's cardstock. I fought for this one. I paid big bucks for this one.
Oh, this is jewelry?
Mark Jewelers, yes, Plum.
There you go.
That's getting late in the day there.
Yep. I just couldn't pass it up. The last one I got, since everybody's been talking so much about Boom, I found one, grabbed it. But this happens to be the first appearance of Richard Rider Nova and Icarus from the Eternals.
Nice.
And it's got the poster. I don't know, a lot of people talk about that, the insert poster. Some of them are removed. This one has everything.
My Foom too, I cracked out of a slab. It was a 9.6, but it had a green label, which it's got Hulk on the cover, so it kind of fit. But I took it out. It's got a green label, not because it's missing anything, but because the crossword puzzles, somebody had filled it out inside. And so,
yeah. Go ahead. I was going to say something.
well, and so I cracked it out because I was planning on seeing Steranko at Heroes last year, and I didn't see it, or I didn't get. What happened? Did he not come in, or something happened? And so I'm waiting for him, hopefully, to be able to get him to sign it before I worry about slabbing it again.
What I was going to say was I found a Mark Jewelers, and I want to talk to somebody about that because it's filled out. That person did not cut it out, didn't send it away. It's got somebody named Paul Comics on it, but it's got the rank, it's got the base, the base that they were in. And if you look at the Mark Jewelers, it asks you the date that you start and the date that you are supposed to end service. And he filled it out. And not only that, it's got his full social security number. And I'm like, man, I don't feel comfortable reselling it, even if I want to. Because I think that was one of the books I was thinking about reselling.
Yeah.
But when I saw that, I was like, I don't feel comfortable with doing that at all.
Well, I figure there's some Somalians that own daycares up in Minnesota that probably would take that social and do stuff with it.
I'm sure. But that's what I'm saying. I don't know the guy's alive. I don't feel comfortable with it. It's got his full address. I guess the address before he went to service, the person that he wanted the jewelry sent to. And like I said, social security number, rank, everything.
So you were just joking, obviously, about the Paul Comics thing, but
that's what it said, Paul. I don't know.
It could be Paul. So was he sending the jewels? Is that so happened?
It's not cut out, so maybe he had a change of heart or somebody changed his heart.
He didn't have money for the stamp.
and you know what? It comes with a self-addressed stamped envelope.
He had to mail something else off. They used the stamp for that.
What? And you mentioned the book earlier. Y'all know a presser near y'all. Y'all could probably take it to.
Yeah, I am actually thinking of doing that with one of the books. It's either gonna be I picked up Bernie Wrightson. Weird. I think it was not Weird War Tales. What's the other one? Weird that DC came out with. Weird Tales. And it's a Bernie Wrightson cover, but it's not just that. It's got werewolves on the cover. And it's not high grade, but whenever you look it up, it always comes up Bernie Wrightson werewolves. And it's a Mark Jeweler. And I'm like, I think that no matter what grade it comes back in, I think that's a $200 book.
There you go.
Well, Thiago, to answer your question, I imagine that's how it's going to work because I have a Hulk 181 that the Marvel value stamp was cut out. And so when I got it signed, it did just that. It had it had the yellow and green label. The green line runs around it and the yellow's inside of it. So I imagine that would be much the same way, but I'm not going to get it JSA. I mean, I would probably just get it graded there if I was going to do it. So it would be a black line, but I would imagine that's how they're going to do it. But talking about buyouts and the thing, y'all saw where PSA bought CBCS, huh?
Yeah, I did see that.
So supposedly they're going to continue operations. That's not going to last. One's going to go. They're not going to. Those venture capitalist companies are not buying them just because they like to read.
Keep them. Yeah.
What did you say? CBS bought who?
PSA bought CBCS out.
What?
Yep.
That's crazy. Wonder if that's a smart move on them, because to me it doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, I don't know.
taking out competition.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah,
I mean, to
but it's
me-
also monopolizing, which is what the government will step in and tell them you can't do that.
Well, so to me, it would make sense if PSA goes, look, we're just now starting the slabs. Y'all know way more about it. Y'all do you, okay? And we know more about cards. Maybe they take the cards over, but then again, CBCS has Beckett, so which is an old name itself. So I don't know how they do it, but yeah, they're not going to keep two different operations going simultaneously.
Mm-mm.
The way those companies make money is cutting costs, or one of the ways they make money. So we'll see how that pans out. But hopefully that doesn't mean, like, let's say that they say, yeah, we're going to get rid of CBCS. Does CBCS not have any value on their slabs now?
Yeah, that's going to be funny to see in the next, what's not even 6 months. I mean, the comic industry is real quick. Probably the very first slab that comes out from their merger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I actually like CBCS's cases better than I do CGC's, but I don't know. Well, guys, what else? What else we got going? What else you got going on your channel since Michael, you're already up? You mentioned having a video dropped.
Yeah, I dropped a video a couple of weeks ago, like Mark said. I'm trying to work on doing another one before I leave. I leave January 4th, and that's just coming up just way too quick for me to edit and upload. And if I do, it's going to be real crappy because it's going to be real quick just to get something out while I'm gone. But like I said, or like we said, we're going to OAX. Hopefully to see everybody that we want to see and get everything that we want done and just have a good time.
So who's your guy that you're?
Well, see, I want Art Adams because I've been after any type of commission from him for years. Every time I see him, I literally get there 10 minutes too late and he tells me it's already full.
Mm-hmm.
It's happened twice. One time I was even less than 10 minutes late and it was full. And the other time was in Dallas and he was just charging like, was it 30 minutes sketch? No, was it 15 minute sketch for 500?
Yeah, something crazy.
Yeah, and he was, and everybody was talking about it, and I saw in his face he was pissed, he was mad, but it was where he was sitting at. It was real crappy and it was real hot, so I didn't want to chance anything on something like that. And then he was already in a bad mood, but like I said, it wasn't him. It wasn't him being in a bad mood. It was the con itself made him angry, or made him the way he was acting. And I blame Dallas for that because that was real crappy what they did to a big name like him. And I think that's one guy I'm gonna be after is him, Andy Granov, Adam Hughes, and Simone Bianchi.
Yeah, that's what for you had got here. That's what me and Mark were talking about. I mean, when are you seeing Adi Granov at a show, right?
Yeah, never.
And then there was a couple other ones that you rarely see, and then like Jay Ancoletto is going to be there too. You know, does a lot of exclusives and stuff for people. But Julie Bell, but her, I think, let's see, her commission's already has her commission.
Is she doing any commissions?
Yeah, she was. She might have already done, because they will for those that are have commissions opportunities, they'll do it like ahead of time. That way you can go ahead and pay for it, get that worked out. You know it'll be there. It'll probably be better than what it would be sitting doing at the table. And I know she did have some. Art Adams, I think, sold out of his. He had some, and they were like $7,000 or $10,000, something crazy. And I'm like, oh, good Lord.
Adam Hughes too.
Yeah, Adam Hughes. Yeah, his
His sold out quick. He had a $10,000 one that sold out. I think he had like 3 spots and sold out quick.
Yeah, so I might as well, since we're talking about it, show this again.
Well, Southern, do you know if Julie Bell's husband is going to be there, Boris Vallejo? Because I have not seen any info on that.
He was not. I don't think he was there last year, and she was there last year.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know this year. But yeah, so it says he's not advertised as being there. But yeah, so the pre-OAX, Mannix, Art Adams, Jay Ancoleto, Josh Cassera, Eric Canetti. Simone's got a couple left. Yeah, these are all Alan Davis, Simone DeMeo. But I think Simone's stuff, the only thing that he's got left are like the sketch card. Yeah. Oh, no.
It's the big stuff. It's the big stuff, yeah. The cards look cool.
Yeah. So David Finch sold out. Eric Grove, Adi Granoff. When did they launch Audis? I don't remember seeing them launch that. Adam Hughes is almost gone. Let's see what he's got left. So Adam's the one that's got the cheaper stuff left. And when I say cheaper, a single character shoulder up $1,000. And
does
you know what
eye contact,
right? I mean, his stuff is, like this Indiana Jones looking thing right here, right? They're going to be side profile. All right, so yeah, because this is what this is right here. Is the $1,000 stuff. I mean, and it's on, shoulders up, $2,500 for a single character, but fully rendered rather. Bravo says he's going to buck all 3 spots. So there you go.
There you go.
Sold out.
Yeah, so Hubert Jurgens already sold out. Hey, there you go, collector.
Yeah, my boy.
Yeah, Bella, she does a lot of card art. She's so's America, but I didn't think she lived in America. I thought she lived somewhere else. Mateo Scalera, he sold out. Dang, that's a lot of think about how much commissions just in those guys. Most of them had, at least 5 spots.
Yeah.
I mean, it works good for them because they're able to do it ahead of time, right? And they can have it. Got plenty of time to do it. They don't feel like they're under. Because I've heard some of the artists that have gone to OAX in the past, and that's one of the things that they like. It's like, one, it's real chill. Like you're not like at a typical con where you got 20 people, pressing on you in line and, trying to get hurry up. Like everybody else is just, chilling with you, and the aisles are bigger, and being able to walk straight up to the table and say, hey, I want to pick up my thing. Yeah, here it is. So what's Julie got? So she's got $8,000 tier. That's a 12x16 full color, like this one right here. And then she's got 11x14. And it's a dragon. So you choose the color or the element inspired by it. I mean, those are cool, but whew.
I wonder if you could do a Miles dragon. Get out of here.
And see, I'm pissed that I met her and her husband in Houston buku years ago, and I got some stuff signed by both of them, but it was before CGC was even around.
Mhm.
And it's got like, because one of them's got like, I can't do anything with them because it's got Stephen Hughes. He passed away a long time ago, and I just can't do anything. I can't submit them, and I'm not doing that authentication because that's 3 signatures I'd have to get authenticated.
Yeah, that gets pricey. Yeah, I've got. I thought about with her if I get to go. I thought about with her. I've got a. They did these like comic size cards of this card set that they were doing back in the day.
Yeah,
and I've got
the promo.
one. What's that?
It was a promo, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one of those too.
And I got one of Rogue, and that she done, and I thought that would be a cool one to get signed. So yeah, Side still got his stuff, and I guess Bart. I know Alex Saviak because Daniel Castro was thinking about getting something from Alex Saviak. Yeah, see, like his prices ain't all that bad, right? Comparatively.
Yeah, I think I'll get something from him.
Hey, they Michael, they removed that one artist. I don't see her on there no more. Started with the yeah. It was like Zuru. She was just there yesterday because I was looking at the list yesterday.
Yeah, I was wondering why the lineup shifted.
Yeah, she's not on there no more.
Who's that?
She was at the bottom.
She was like one of the last ones. She's not from here. Funny thing is, I think she's moving to the States. She just moved too. It's like Zuru, like Zorroo or something. I've been a fan of her since I pulled this page up.
They don't have cancellations listed?
That's crazy. Wow. Wonder if anyone else that I haven't recognized anyone else not on. Huh.
Well, but yeah, it's, I'm sure to be another cool time, and we will pull this off here. And yeah, so the comic one that I brought tonight that I didn't show is the Harbinger one. This is the DMG Chinese variant, and I forget the why these were printed or whatever, but they're typically pretty hard to get. And I found one that had been sitting there on eBay for a while, and was able to make a deal on it. It's in pretty good shape. The corners are kind of dinged, so I doubt they're going to give a 9.8 on that. But Miko did the cover on that.
Who did it?
And so I'm going to get him to sign that when I see him at Fan Expo New Orleans a couple weeks, next week.
Or OAX.
Or maybe OAX. Well, you know, for the Fan Expo, I really don't have a big lot. I've got like one thing for Sean Gordon Murphy. I'm thinking about doing the thing with the Turtles poster. That's going to get kind of pricey. And then, you know, that thing with Miko, that's about it. It's not.
See, that's a sign. It'll be cheaper for you for that show to get you ready for OAX.
Well, yeah. I mean, that would be good. Like, if I go down there and they say, my daughter says, yeah, we just found out they're going to go ahead and do this. I'm like, all right, no more turtles.
Hey, I'm sure you'd rather go to OAX, though.
What's that?
I said, I'm sure you'd rather go to OAX.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this year, just doesn't look like there's and not to take away from some of the people that are there. Obviously, Sean Gordon Murphy's a good name, but I've seen him before. Miko, I've seen him a lot of times. Clayton Crane, same. It's not to diss any of the artists that are going to be there, but it's just not people that I haven't seen before, so therefore excited to see. Collector, what you got going on? Anything got on your channel? You gonna be pop up and do one round over there sometime?
Nah, if I go on the auctions or anything, it's literally last minute. I just say, oh, let me get on there, and it's literally like a round or two at most. But no, I don't plan on going on anything. Maybe the last couple of weeks before OAX, you'll probably see me on there, get some more money. Yeah, I guarantee you'll probably see me before then. But no, I do want to start posting more videos. I think I am going to go over the art that I showed and then post it on my channel, just stuff that I picked up, and kind of go through the book like I did in an old video. I think it was beginning of the year, so just newer stuff. But no, that's pretty much it for me. Just I was telling you earlier that this year went by quick, so next year definitely still focus on the whole art thing. That's what I really did this year, so I'm sure it's gonna be the same thing for next year. But no, I mean nothing else for me though.
All right. Well, I did drop a video. If y'all are watching this live or on the rewind, I did drop a video previewing Fan Expo New Orleans. So go check that out. And then I will be joining, as previously mentioned, Comic Art fans tomorrow night. And we'll be previewing or showing some of the art that I've picked up over the years there, and be talking about collecting in general. So come join us for that. And that's all I've got, folks. And so until next time, keep reading in and keep collecting. Adios.
There.